Hey, this is Allie Edwards, and today I am working on a project using a fun comeback kit that we put together in collaboration with Studio Calico. And there's a bunch of different products here included, and it also has this amazing large bag that says the good old days. And the whole purpose of this kit, which includes 12 by 12 papers, alphabet, chipboard alphabet, embellishments, transparency. The whole goal here is to just kind of celebrate traditional scrapbooking and bring back some of the things that I've loved in the past that either Studio Calico or my brand, Allie Edwards, have created. And so I'm going to be making a few different scrapbook pages with this kit, and I have the first one started here. If you want to go ahead and just look down on the table. I'm starting off with a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock there, and I'm working with 6 by 6, a 6 by 6 foundation. So when I'm creating traditional scrapbook pages and starting with a blank page, I often like to use kind of graphic and or shape-based foundation. So this one's got 4 quadrants here that are 6 by 6 each. So my 2 pictures are printed at 6 by 6. I took pattern papers from the kit, cut those to 6 by 6, and then I'm playing with a couple of embellishments. So this 6 by 6 spot here is going to be a home for an embellishment, and then this 6 by 6 spot down here is going to be home for some journaling. Now, one of the things I'm doing with this one, so this is a story about Simon and Aaron, and I've got a picture of them from a few years ago, and then I have a picture of them from this year. So doing a little bit of now and then, just telling a little bit of the story of their own relationship, or the relationship between the two of them. And I have a digital download available on my blog. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click over to my blog and download this. It says love you both. It's a circle with word art in the middle of it. And I want to use that on here somewhere. I've got a couple different sizes. I have a 3-inch size, and then I have a 2-inch size. And I'm not sure yet which one I want to use. I just printed this on photo paper. It's a super easy way to create an embellishment that can go on here. And I don't know, like I said, if I want to have it over here and then maybe my journaling is also going to be in a circle. That's kind of what I'm considering, but I may use the smaller size too. So what I need to do next for the process of this page is figure out what my journaling is going to be, and I'm pretty sure that I want to do it in a circle shape or some sort of a curved something or other. And I don't know if I'm going to add additional embellishments onto this one. I'm considering putting their initials right here, just A plus S or A and S or something like that. There's using the chipboard alphabet that's included in the kit there. I considered using one of the large numbers, like the number 2, to talk about, you know, 2 of them together. Here, I kind of considered that, so that's something that could go in one of the squares, but I'm deciding that I'm going to save those for a different project and just kind of focus on what I have right here. Different pieces in the kit, like the large alphabet would go really good in here too, but I think I'm going to save those for something else as well. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out what I'm going to do for my journaling, and then I'll hop back on here and show you that and kind of finish off the rest of this page. I may look through some of my past products and pick out some things to add on there as well. Kind of a fun way to incorporate this product or the kit there along with some other products that I have on hand. All right, so let's dive into the actual process here. For that journaling, or for a home for my journaling, what I decided to do was use this stamp called Number List, and I've linked it below for you as well. First, I started out with yellow, and I was thinking that what I was going to do was circle punch out these lines. Like I was going to stamp them first and then circle punch them, which is what I ended up doing. I started with the yellow, and then I didn't like the yellow as much for this particular thing, so I decided to use Columbia, which is an ink that we have. The yellow is called Honeyman, and it's great for lots of things. I just decided not to use it on this project in particular. So I did it once, and then what I decided to do was to stamp a couple times there, and I think I ended up stamping 4 times, as you'll see, which gave me additional space for being able to punch out these lines, these stamped lines. And really what I was going for was just lines for my journaling. I could have drawn them on there, I could paint them on there, but here is a great stamp that's already set up with lines on them, especially especially if you like this messy line look. So after I stamped that 4 times, what I did was take the 3.5-inch punch. So I have a 3-inch punch and a 3.5-inch punch. And I can tell you that I've had these punches for years and I still use them super regularly. Like, they are a product that have been worth it for me over the years, for sure, without a doubt. So what I decided to do next was kind of dive into a little bit of my stash. You could see that I pulled out a chipboard piece that says Yep Life on it, and here in a few minutes you'll see me pull out some more of my stash stuff. I'm using the kit as this comeback kit, or the good old days kit, as the main jumping off point, and then going ahead and adding additional things. So I cut the pattern paper to a 6x6 piece, the plus pattern paper. I then took the large this cork circle and added that on top. And now I am adding chipboard pieces. These are the initials for Simon and Aaron, and I'm sticking those on there. And then I still haven't stuck down that other chipboard piece yet, but I'm going to do that next. I often used foam adhesive to help keep things on a level plane, especially if I'm putting that chipboard piece on top of the cork. So I added a piece of the foam adhesive on the back there. I took another piece of the pattern paper, cut it to 6x6, and added it down into the bottom quadrant. Again, the reminder that I am creating these quadrants, or these 4 different 6x6 spaces, to hold my content. So 2 of them hold photos, 1 of them holds basically the title and embellishment, and then the other one here is going to hold my journaling with some other embellishments. So one of the things I decided to do was take the smaller cork, one of the smaller cork circles, and add on some word phrase stickers. And these are just some that I have from past kits and collections that we've offered. I did it once and then I didn't like the way it looked because I felt like I had they went too far off the edge, but I still had these white ones out. I think one of them is like the August stories by the month, or a summer one. They're just ones that were in my stash. The Love You Both circle there is one, I think I might have talked about this in the intro too, is a free download for you. You can grab that, and I punched that with a 3-inch circle punch. Free download on my blog. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can click over there to download that. It's a PNG file. So I tried again with the word phrase stickers on top of the cork, and then you can see that I'm cutting the edges off, and I got it to work. So I was super happy about that. I thought that was a fun little way to play with the cork there as well. I am getting all of those things set in place before I actually do my journaling, so I knew where those embellishment pieces were going to overlap. I did end up adding a staple, a tiny attacher stapled to that one cork circle there. And then I went ahead and just wrote in my journaling, which is basically, there's a few years difference between the 2 photos that I picked out for Simon and Aaron. And Simon and Aaron, they tend to be hot or cold. So they're either like super on, super into each other, super getting along, or they have a hard time. And that's just the reality, and all families have different dynamics. So I wrote a little bit about that, and I wrote a little bit just about how I loved watching them come together and finding their own way and their own path, which is definitely the case for each one of the kids and each one of the adults. Next, I pulled out some of these plastic hearts. These are from Studio Calico. They come in a set of hearts and stars, and they're like one of my most favorite things. I love the addition of the red on here. I think the red looks really good with the black and the white and the brown and the light blue. So I added 2 of those on there with small brads. I also went ahead and reprinted the Love You Both because when I turned it over at some point, it got adhesive on top of it. And so I just reprinted it and I'm going ahead and adhering it down. I did use foam dots for that section as well, for that circle to be able to be added on there. As I then looked at the page here, I could have stopped right there. Like, that would have been fine. And so much of this is like deciding when to stop, but I knew that I wanted to dive into my stash and see what other embellishments I could add on there. I have a video here on YouTube and on my blog that talks a little bit about organization and recent things that I've done. I have all my circles are together. I have all my chipboard together, or many pieces anyway, at least the loose pieces. So I'm able to just pull out this box of circles or pull out the box of chipboard. In the box of circles, I found these fabric pieces that I believe were actually from the fabric story kit. They're black and white, little adhesive back pieces of fabric. And I decided to add those on just as another little textural element in my gathering of embellishments. Just giving me a little bit of an opportunity to play around a little bit more with that. I think often for me, I am going for things that have words on them. That's what I am most drawn to, but I like having a few things with patterns as well. Those clear stickers, I believe, were an add-on for a kit in the last year. Again, I'm just looking in my stash and seeing what do I still have available, and I have, those are all my story kit stickers, and shop stickers are all in one box there, which is a box from IKEA. So I can easily just kind of flip through there and look for, you know, what may work. In this case, these are stickers from, I believe, the Changes kit, and just had some words that seemed somewhat relevant. When I tried to pull up the part of the cork there, those cork pieces, once you stick them down, they are very sticky. Sometimes with some products, you're able to lift them back up again and tuck things underneath. I did not find that to be the case with the cork, so keep that in mind if you are wanting to layer as well. If you've got any questions, please let me know in the comments below.